Hello YouTube, long time no see, but here I am. I always end up coming back, so here we are. Today I am showing you guys all the books I read in October and November, because I never did any wrap-ups for those months, and we are now December, at least when I'm filming this, so let's just go straight into it. Okay, I read 4 books in October. I have definitely been slowing down. Been hitting like a book slump, so I have 9 books for you. The first one I read was The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This one is a very thick read. I did find this one in my mailroom, so I love that for me. Literally, the day I found it at Target, I was thinking about getting it, and then I didn't, and I came home and I found this, so it was meant to be for me to read it. This one is, yes, very, very sad. Takes place during World War II in Paris, and it's actually going to be a movie soon, so I'm glad I read it now, because I had no idea it was being turned into a movie. But as I've become a reader, I've realized there are so many book to movie adaptations, more than I thought. So I like kind of knowing the backstory, and obviously in books there's a lot more details that you don't get to see in the movies, so now you have kind of that background knowledge before going into the film. I gave this one a 4 stars. Yeah, this one I read a long time ago, so no thoughts are coming to mind right now. Next up, we have A Fate Inked in Blood by Daniel L. Jensen, and it does have the sprayed or foiled edges, so it's very pretty. I display it with the edges out. I think I gave this a 3 star. I don't really remember, again, because I read it so long ago. I think I definitely want to read the other one just because it's only 2 books in the series, but wasn't that impressed with it. Next up, we have The Shining by Stephen King. The glare is crazy. Maybe if I hold it just like this, it doesn't have any glare. We have The Shining by Stephen King. This one, I think this is my first horror book. I didn't find it that scary, and I did listen to it on audio, so I feel like if it was a dramatized audio with like background music, I feel like it would have been a little creepier, but luckily I didn't find it too jarring, and I don't like scary things at all. I still won't watch the movie. I feel like I would be fine, but it doesn't really interest me. Yeah, but I read it during October. It was perfect time to read it, and I love this new cover. It's so pretty. I think this is my first Stephen King I've read. I think I give this a 3 stars as well. Next up, we have First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston. This was a book of the month pick in January, but one of the months I wasn't really feeling any of the picks, so I got this one instead. It was one of the staff picks, I believe, because I had been wanting to read it, and I wanted the book of the month copy because it doesn't have the Reese's Book Club sticker on it. I feel like one of the big plot twists we got way too early, and I feel like it would have been better if that was left till the end. I feel like after that plot twist happened, it kind of lost me. I thought that was the whole point of the book, but it kind of wasn't, and it turned into this weird mystery. I don't know, I just didn't really care for it. I thought I would really like it, but unfortunately I didn't, so I did give this one a 2 stars. Okay, those were all my books that I read in October. Now moving on to November, I did read 5 in that month. First one is Swan Song by Ellen Hilderbrand. I know this is part of an interconnected little series, and all of the characters are the same, so you'll know them, but I didn't read those. I actually wasn't planning on reading this, but I found it in my mailroom and it was a new release, so I did pick it up. I don't know, it's kind of just like is it a general fiction or like a literary fiction? I don't even know what genre this is, but I don't think it was for me. I feel like it's very character driven. Next up, we have this beautiful copy of From Blood and Ash. This one's from Target. I've never been interested in this book, but then I saw this cover and I was like, okay, maybe I'll give it a chance. I don't know if I'll continue the series, to be honest. I think I was just not really in the mood for fantasy when I picked this up. So, unfortunately, I think I gave this a 3 stars too. I don't know, but I was, again, kind of in a book slump, so nothing against the book, just it didn't hit when I read it. Okay, then we have this little one. It's literally teeny tiny. I don't even think it's 200 pages. It's like just over 200 pages. But this is The Giver by Lois Lowry. I watched The Giver movie and I always really liked it. I love like the dystopian movies growing up, so I read this one. It's a very simple read, very easy to read. Took like no time at all. And this is actually in a series, which I didn't know. I'm sure somewhere they have to have like a bind up of all of them, right? But yeah, this was the entire Giver movie, and it's teeny tiny. I gave this one a 4 stars, I think. Very similar to the movie in some aspects, but of course there's always going to be differences. But overall, yeah, I really liked it. Next up, we have The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. This was my October book of the month pick. The only other Frida McFadden I had read is Never Lie and The Housemaid, and I gave The Housemaid 5 stars. So I picked this one up. I will say the plot twist in the end definitely surprised me. I was not expecting it. But it just didn't give me the 5-star feeling. So I did end up giving this a 4 stars. But it was really good. I enjoyed it. Okay, last book I finished in the month of November is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I have been reading the Menalima editions, so they're like a naked hardcover, and then they have like pop-up features inside of the book as well. It's actually really heavy, and like these books are actually so tiny. The first 2 are, and it looks so much longer. I hope they continue. They only have the first 3 out, and I hope they continue making them because it's so interactive and it really keeps your mind in this world. I am obsessed with Harry Potter, so I gave this 5 stars. Okay, those were all of the books that I've read. Now I think I'm gonna go over my TBR for December. It is already halfway through the month. I have already read 2 books, so I'm gonna show you what those are. I'm not gonna like say any of my thoughts on them, but I will show you what I read. First one is Butcher and Blackbird. I finally got this off my TBR. This had been on my TBR the longest, and I finally read it. And then Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Okay, now moving on to, I'll show you the 2 books I'm in the middle of. I know one of them I plan to finish, the other one, I don't know. I'm gonna take my time on that one. The Dead Guy Next Door by Lucy Score. This one, see, I love listening to audiobooks and like reading along, so this one doesn't have an audiobook on like Libby or Hoopla, so I have to like physically read this. So it might take me a little bit longer, so this one might not be in December's wrap up, but hopefully somewhat soon. And then the book I plan on finishing this month is Daydream by Hannah Grace. This is the probably smut edition, so it's purple and it has like the bookshop. It's very, very cute, and I have the other two editions, the other two special editions as well. Next I have all of these. I have The Corpse in the Closet by Lucy Score. I think this is the second one in the Riley Thorne series. And then we have The Blast from the Past as well. I will have to get a move on reading Dead Guy Next Door because I have all of the rest of them. Then I have House of Glass by Sarah Pekkanen, my book of the month pick for July. We'll see when I get to this. Then I have The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. This one I got for 50% off at Barnes & Noble. It also has some foiled edges. This one's like a YA horror, so I haven't read that genre, so we'll see what I think of that. We have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I really want to read this because I want to watch the TV show on Netflix, but the hold for Libby is like several months still, so sometime next year I'll get to this. Then we have Good Girl, Bad Blood, again by Holly Jackson. This is the second book in the Good Girls trilogy. This one, again, I can't read before I read the first one, so I have to wait several months. Then I have the little Target exclusive of The Body in the Backyard. So this is the last book in the Riley Thorne series with all these new covers. And it's like foiled lettering. And then we have As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson once again. Unfortunately, this one did come with the little sticker that you can't take off. But that's okay. At least they are all little hardcovers and they all match. Next we have The Love Elixir of Augusta Stern by Linda Cohen Loigman. This was September Book of the Month pick. I think it's a little literary fiction and it looks so cute and like wholesome. So I'm excited to read this one. Then we have Dinner for Vampires by Bethany Joy Lenz. This one I did get signed. She did spell my name wrong, but that's okay. We all make mistakes. And I just recently watched all of One Tree Hill, so I'm super, super excited to read this. Then we have my book of the month pick for November. This is Dirty Diana. Honestly, I have no idea what this is about, but I know it's going to be a little series, so hopefully I like it and will want to continue the series. Next, I have When the Moon Hatched, but the hardcover special edition with these gorgeous like seafoam sprayed edges. And it has like dragons. Who doesn't love dragons? Like, look at them. How cute is that? Okay, then we have The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. This one I got at Target and it has the foiled little flowers, not flowers, the foiled little leaves on the cover. So, I love that. And it just looks so cute and cozy. There's a little cat. And the other two, there's going to be 4, I think, in the series. And there's 2 more that are out. There's the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and then I think the Christmas Tree Farm. Okay, last 2 books. I got these from my book of the month of December. So this was my pick. It's Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I'm so excited because I just read Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney and absolutely loved it. But this sounds so intriguing. So this guy's wife is driving and he hears her car crash, and then when he goes to the scene, her car door is open, all of her belongings are in the car, and she is gone. And then a year later, he travels to this town and then sees someone who looks exactly like his missing wife. And then this one is also a new release. I believe it doesn't come out till January. So we did get it early for the Book of the Month subscribers. And then the last one on the TBR is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This one I heard is like kind of like a psychological sci-fi like thriller vibe, and it also has a TV show on Apple TV Plus. So I'm gonna read this and then watch the show. Dang, this is so old. It's from August 2016. That's insane. Alright, but that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.